Hey everybody, just waiting for some people to hop on. I decided to go live today because I have been so sick, and instead, because I didn't have time to film, I decided to do a live instead. And I also wanted to do it this way because I want to share some stuff with you that are apps, and I'm going to have to share my phone. And to do that, I'm not a super techie. So the best way to do it is to hold it up to the camera where it's not reversed. And when we're live, it's not reversed. So that's how we're going to go about this today. For those of you that are joining me or on the replay, my name is Mel. Welcome to my channel. I'm the owner, the creator, the operator here at melsdivination, and I share videos every single Wednesday when I'm not sick with spiritual, witchy information, metaphysical, anything under that umbrella. And then on Fridays, I share Flip Through Fridays. So if you like that kind of information, Flip Through Fridays is I flip through all kinds of divination decks. So tarot decks, oracle decks, all kinds of things like that I share to kind of preview or give you guys a glimpse in case if there's something that you're interested in. Today, we're going to go over my top 5 apps. And if I have time, I do have an appointment coming up. If I have time, I will share a couple of bonus ones, but we'll see what we do. We're limited. I can only talk for maximum 30 minutes today. So I have my little list here so I stay organized and focused, and we're going to jump right into it. Before I really get going though, I do want to say thank you to all of my clients out there who have been understanding with me rescheduling and rebooking because I have been really sick. It was a very eventful week, and leading up to the full moon eclipse, I started to feel kind of funny, and I went to a huge graduation. If any of you follow me on Facebook or on Instagram, I went to a big graduation for Kimmy, who graduated college and immediately after got sick. I didn't know if it was just the energies, but it turned out it wasn't. I ended up having pretty severe tonsillitis and have been on medication since. Today is day like 4 of that, and I am starting to regain some energy, but I haven't really been able to do very many readings because I'm exhausted and I'm not feeling well. I've been sleeping a lot. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to jump right into it. So I have in the past mentioned to you that if you've seen previous videos, I'm sure I've mentioned it, that I have several apps on my phone that I use typically daily, sometimes not, but mostly daily, and it helps increase my practice. And I have referenced some of them in other videos, and I had on my list of videos to record for you that this was going to be something I was going to share with you guys. So today is the day. The first one I want to talk about is called, and I'm going to share my phone as much as I can with you guys sorry, I'm doing it like this to open it up. But it's something that I really do want you to be able to see. And so the first one, it looks like this. Don't mind Kimmy's adorable daughter. It looks like this, and it's called Llewellyn's New World. Okay, it's a little moon. Now, I have Android. I don't know if these are available on iPhone. If you guys have an iPhone and you find it, please comment down below so that other people that are iPhone users can check it out. Everything I'm sharing with you is free to use and free to download, but some of them have additional paid features, okay? I don't spend money on apps. Most of the time, I don't. So this one is a completely free one. And when you open it up, it looks like this. And what I really like about this is you get a spell a day. Now, there's all sorts of stuff down here. It's like their magazine. It's just an advertisement for a magazine is all it is when you scroll down. So I don't use that. This is the part that I use, your daily spell. So this is equivalent to Llewellyn's publishing company is one of the oldest witch companies for publishing books and things. And I've mentioned a few things from them before. I had their almanac that I did a preview for in 2021. Llewellyn's publishes a book every year, and I'm not 100% sure what the name is. I'll write it in the description box down below when I have time to look it up afterwards. But it's something like 365 spells a day or a spell a day or something like that. It's a daily spell. And this app gives you that spell. So you don't have to pay for this app. You don't have to pay for this app. You don't have to do anything. Let me go back so I can show you how to do it. So when you open it up, you just click on your daily spell, and then it does this. it just goes to this page, and then it's like, well, what do I do now? You click it again. And then when you click it again, it takes you to a website. And so I haven't even looked at today's spell. So this one is beginning of La Fête de la Nature. I don't know how to say it. And this is French. La Fête de la Nature. Whatever the title of the spell is, there's so many. Like there was one for the eclipse. There's some for full moon. It's literally different every day. There's some really good ones that I have talked about. I talked about it on the New Year's Eve video. So this one is, and it'll tell you the spell date, the color of the day, and then the lilac, the incense of the day. So this one is white color and lilac incense. And then it talks about La Fête de la Nature, the party of nature. And it says it occurs every year around International Day of Biodiversity. To celebrate, we'll create something I don't know how to pronounce, Nana Baluku. So this is, and it's usually the whole, I'll try to hold it steady for a minute so you guys can look at it and read it. But it talks about the materials, 8 cups or more of soil, jug of spring water, cowrie shells or other seashells, rose petals, and buds, freshly collected leaves. And then it tells you the steps of what to do. This is usually it's a very simple spell that most of the time you already have the materials or can easily get the materials. Sometimes there's spells about like, oh, healing a broken heart. And then it tells you who wrote it. I don't know. I know it's glaring right now. Let me see. Well, the person that wrote it is Stephanie Rose. I don't know if that can, if you can see it, but it's Stephanie Rose Bird is who wrote it. And then when you scroll down, it gives you more products, but that you can pick on. But this is a daily spell. And sometimes, depending on the energies, I'll do it. Sometimes I won't. You can easily quickly screenshot it and save it for another time, which I do a lot of times. I have many, many of them, but that's all it is to it. It's literally called Llewellyn's New Worlds. And then it says of mind, body, and spirit. So that's app number 1. I check it every day. Sometimes I do the spell. Sometimes I don't do the spell. Sometimes I save it. Sometimes I don't. It literally all depends on my reaction to whatever it is that I'm seeing in the app. You need to do what works for you. The next one, so the next several are more related to astrology, but it's cool because if you know your birth time, now this will apply for the next 3 apps, okay? We have CoStar, Moon Calendar, and the Pattern, and I'm going to go over all of them. But if you know your your birth time, not moon time, sorry, medicine head, your birth time, obviously you know your birth date, but the time and location of birth, this really helps you to track the energies that are affecting you of the day. It's off of your natal chart, okay? So the next one is, hold on. It's right here. It's called CoStar, okay? And it looks like a moon. And when you open it, this is what it looks like for me. And it says, good morning, Melody. This is what's going on with you. And then I have like a stupid little anime picture because I didn't want to put my regular personal picture on there. You can find friends. I don't have any friends. And then it even has your chart that it goes once you enter in all this information. Again, this is free, okay? And then you can click on like updates and it tells you all of the stuff for the day that you need to be aware of. And it tells you things like what's going on for yourself, what's going on for your spirituality. This is personalized to me. So I'm not going to share this with you too much because you don't need to know my personal energies. But it also gives you like tips and it tells you like what to do or not to do for the daily energies. Like do new work, Hall of Mirrors and splurging. Don't irony small spaces in the 3-second rule. And then it goes down some more and then it gives you some more information about the day and what is a great way to interact. Like I have swap wardrobes with a fire Mercury. Well, I don't know any fire Mercuries, not that I know of. And I probably wouldn't swap wardrobes with anybody. But And then it tells you to learn from fire Mercuries. This is for me, and avoid water suns. Well, I am a water sun, so that's not super helpful. But so that's a fun one that can give you a lot of information about your daily natal chart. Okay. Again, it's called CoStar and it's completely free. I find it on the Google Play app. The next one is called the Moon Calendar. Now, this one is also free, but it has a lot more features that you can pay for, and I don't pay for that. So this one's called Moon Calendar. And when you open it up, this is what it looks like. It shows you all the phases of the moon. It's right here. Sometimes I'll use this over my astrology planner, like if I'm out and about and I need to quickly check something. I've noticed, as I've mentioned in other videos, that my menstrual cycle syncs up to certain moon phases, places of when the moon is at. So I'll check it on here really quickly. And it just shows you all the different cycles of where the zodiacs are in the moon. So today, and it also will show you like aspects. So today is the 18th, and it's right, let's see if I can point to it. It's like right around here, and it lights up the moon blue. And then when you click on this top section, it goes to your personalized thing for your day. So it tells you about, so I'm a Scorpio. It tells me about the Scorpio today. It tells me about what phase the moon is in right now. It's 90% bright. It gives you, and if you can see that there's all these little blue links, do a gratitude ritual. It tells you what kind of things you can do to help the energies and work with the energies of the moon for the day, a releasing ritual, a full moon ceremony. And when you click on them, it literally will take you to all these different rituals that you can do. There's so many in here, and they're all free. Completely free. It's very detailed, and it shares a lot of information that you can do. I've done a few of them. They're really fun. Then it talks about the current moon, what sign it's in, and what does that mean for me, what house it's in. It's in my 12th house right now. And then it talks about conjunctions for my personal chart, okay? So it doesn't talk about the collective, but it's conjuncting, right now it says it's conjuncting Mars. Now, there is a section that you can add a calendar event. I haven't done that, and there's all these things down below. So there is a section for journaling, but then it asks you to pay for it. So I don't do the journaling. The journaling is up here, and I don't do that. And then it lets you do to-do lists and done lists. That's what this part is. And then if you go to the moon section, it gives you all the different rituals, all the different options. I haven't even had time to read all these, but there's so many. Making smoke wands. How cool is that? There's so much. And I don't even know what company puts this out. Oh, and then it gives you, this part is your personal details, which I'm not going to share because you guys don't need my birth time. So that's the moon calendar. So you can do so much with that should you choose to work with that, work with the moon, work with the energies. The next one is called the Pattern app. Now, the moon calendar and Llewellyn's, I found myself just by searching in the Google Play to see if there was something that I wanted to use. However, the Pattern app, a girlfriend of mine, her name's Christina, introduced me to this. And this one is really cool. So this is called The Pattern, okay? And this one is the most detailed out of all of the apps. So the Pattern app, again, when you click on it, it looks like this. This is world updates and my patterns, which I'm not going to share, but it talks about what to do. Now, if you can see, it says go deeper. Go deeper is often when you have to pay for stuff. So if you want more details, you may have to pay for some of it, not all of it, but it gets into when you click on go deeper, it's so much more information, and it tells you how long this is lasting, okay? This is the current energy. Then there's a thing called bonds, and this, I'm not going to share my bonds. I don't know if I can. Okay, I don't know how I can do this without sharing. So this thing is called bonds. You can do a romantic one, as you can see at the top, or friendship, okay, that you can also see at the top. And the way that you do it is you have a section that says you. I'm trying to cover my people so you don't see them. You have a section that says you, and you drag it into the circle. And then you can also do, there's a section for public figures. So you can click any public figure you want. So we're just going to run the bond just to show you guys what it looks like of any public figure. Okay. So let's pick Johnny Depp because I love Johnny Depp and I know he's going through a lot right now, and then you hit run the bond, and then it comes up with your bond and it tells you what your connection is with this person. So me and Johnny Depp, right? I don't know Johnny Depp, but why not play with that for a minute? And then it tells you all like what the kind of, I'm trying to do this without messing it up, but what the kind of connections are. And then you can look deeper into it and it'll tell you, see, I was friends with Johnny Depp in a past life. So it'll tell you if you knew the person in a past life, if you didn't know the person. I did run a romantic, go figure, because that's what I happened to click on. But you can run romantic, you can run friendship. It lets you run 5 or 6 bonds a day. Now, if you're doing it for people that you know, it's more helpful if you have their birth time. If you don't necessarily need it. Like I've run it for people that I know in my life that I don't have their exact birth time, and I'll just put 12 noon. But I usually know where the people were born or generally, so it gives it that's important too. It also talks about, like, it's Mercury retrograde right now, so it gets into Mercury retrograde. And this one, like I said, it's very, very detailed. When you go to, let me scroll up to hide some of my stuff. Okay, so you can do your pattern, your timing, and the world timing. So my pattern, this is what shows up with me. And see that there's these little, hold on. There's these little like 531 days. I'm going through a pattern right now. I'm going through a bunch of patterns right now of aspects that have to do with my chart, with my natal chart, and the way that things are shifting and moving. And this is what it looks like on here when you go into your timing. These are the cycles that I'm in right now. So I have a ton of cycles, and a lot of them are very heavy right now. Most of them have to do with Saturn or with and then it shows you the ones that are coming up, and you can click on them and it goes into detail about it. A lot more detail. But I did pay for an upgraded version of this. I think it's like $3.99 for 3 months or something. It's not a lot of money. So it lets you kind of like be prepared for what you're going to be going through with astrological cycles and aspects. Sometimes it gives me anxiety. I'm going to be honest with you, because there's some right now that I'm going through that I was like, oh, I wish I didn't read that. Like letting go of identity, reality check. There's some really heavy ones that I'm going through right now. And it's like, oh my God, what's going to come up? I've already been through enough. Like I don't need to go through anything else. But the cool thing is it tells you when the cycle starts and when are like the heightened dates of it. And if you have a partner, friendship, or romantic that you assign to yourself on here, it will tell you what your patterns are that line up to each other. And it will also tell you what that person is going through. So you can kind of be mindful of lessons that they're getting hit with right now that you're getting hit with, or vice versa, and the whole thing. I hope that makes sense. If you guys are confused, comment down below. You can also add friends on here. I only have one friend, and I'm not going to blow her up and show it to you. But you can add friends on. Let's see if I dim this a little bit, if that'll help. Oh, yeah, big difference. You can add friends. You can chat with people. You can make new friends. It's sort of like a social media through astrology. And you can ask questions. Let me see if I can find a question to share with you guys. Okay, so down here, excuse me, this is my letting go of the past section. And down here, you can click on it, and it's called shared experiences. And then there's all these people that have commented and they've asked questions about it. Like, oh, what aspect is this? Is this happening to you? What have you gone through? This is what I just went through. And it's very layered. It's very layered. It's very detailed. And if you like astrology at all, or if you like to know what's going on in your life with the astrology, this is a really great app for you to be considering. Again, it doesn't cost anything, but you can upgrade to get more features. All right. So those are my 3 go-to for astrology: the CoStar, the Moon Calendar, and the Pattern app. If you get anxious though from upcoming aspects, you may not want to do the Pattern app, because it can be like, oh God, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? It can almost be like you're creating your own worst nightmare out of it by manifesting. All right, the last one that I really wanted to share with you guys, we're almost out of time because I have to go, is called, and I don't know how to pronounce this one. This one was one I just randomly found. It's this little cat. It's Amaru, the self-care virtual pet. And when you open it up, again, this one is free. When you open it up, it looks like this. And it's really cute. You have to start it. I don't know if it's English, but hear that noise? That's the sound effects from the app. So I'll turn it down a little bit so it's not obnoxious. So you have this little cat that has it likes to be pet, as you can see. I'm petting it and then it's smiling. And then you have this little cat, but you have to take care of it. So you have to feed it, you have to send it on things. There's a self-care section. So what happens, and I already did it today, that's why I have a red gem here, is if you don't meditate, if you don't do these things, your cat will get anxious and he will need something to calm down. So like they have guided practices. This is awesome if you've never meditated before, or if you struggle with meditation. There is special anchoring, lightning, and brightening, and they all start, and this is all free. So they start with an intro, and then they go to a visualization, and and you can decide how long. So this one's only 4 minutes because it's an intro. This one, you can decide how long you want it to go, how many minutes. If you want it to be really walked through, if you want the person to talk only a little bit, and it's a pretty nice, like, I'll turn it on for a minute so you can, oh, it's not, hold on. Let me see if I can, I'll turn on the beginner one. There's a guy that talks.
And welcome to Intro to Brightening. Imagine that it's time to get out of bed.
So I don't know if I can share this. So
you don't want to.
I don't want to share too much because I don't want to get copyright infringement for this, but it's cute and it's very quiet and soothing. And the guy talks you through every single one. The more advanced ones are ones that he's quiet during the whole thing. And then there's all different worlds too. So I can send him to another world, another little location. There's different sound effects. This one's rain. And then there's little games to play. Oops. What did I do? Play. So there's different games to play so that you can earn points, or it's to even just help you chill out. Like I like this one, the Calming Rocks one. You have to pile up rocks. Sometimes it annoys me. So there's sound, and then you have to like pick the rock you want. And you have to pile them. And I'm doing this totally backwards right now. See? And you got to try to pile them up. I'm going to go back. But I don't even know how to go back. Okay. So you can do that. You can play games. There's a journal. If I can get out of here. End round. Okay. Let me get out of here. Quit. So there's a journal too. See, the cat has like wings, and you can send him to travel. So, oh, wait a minute. You can send him to explore. So under explore, you can hit how many minutes you want him gone. And then there he goes. He goes to explore. And when he goes to explore, he comes back with prizes for you. He comes back with like little collection things. But the self-care thing, they have a journal. I don't know. So this is one journal. And then there's another journal. And this journal, you get a reward of it later, I think. I'm not sure if this was paid. This one was paid because I did add a little bit of money to it. But you can create a burn entry. This one's a burn journal. So it's empty, right? And then if I just type, I don't know, help, I am angry, right? Help, I am angry. And then you can hit burn. And it burns it for you, which is so awesome. So it's a great way of digitally releasing if you can't burn things and you want to burn something, and then you get like a little gem for doing one of your self-care things. But you also set the self-care, like there's self-care goals that you can set. The other journal, let me see if I can go back. Never mind. The other journal, I don't really want to share with you guys because I don't need you to see what I'm typing. But there's a journal in there too that, oh, wait a minute. I think, yeah, it's a gratitude journal. So you can, I am grateful for, and it reminds you to be thankful for things in your life. And that is it. So it's good to like, it's kind of fun to prompt you, like if you're struggling with mental health, if you're struggling with journaling, if you're struggling with gratitude, if you're struggling with any kind of meditation, it does walk you through it and it helps you with that. It was free. I did pay for like a little upgrade and I can't remember how much I paid. It wasn't much because I won't pay for things if they're expensive. I'm very cheap like that. So those are my top ones that I use pretty much every single day. I also have, for those of you that are readers, tarot readers, I have the Everyday Witch app, which is literally a tarot. I did pay for this one. This was $3.99. It's a tarot app where you do readings. So I don't know. And you can, and it shuffles for you. I'm not doing a real reading here, and it pulls the cards. I have a lot of features turned off because I just want to pull cards, and it is really accurate. It's the Everyday Witch app. The company that runs it is called Fool's Dog, and you do have to pay for it. And they actually have a lot of different tarot apps that you can pay for, but it's just a one-time fee. So it's like $3.99 and that's it. And now you have tarot to go on your phone forever, which is really nice. The other one that I have that is a tarot one is called Galaxy Tarot, and that one is free, but it has limited features. So it's just a typical card of the day. So it's a typical one, and it shuffles for you, and then you can draw the cards. You pick the cards, and then it shows them. So those are the cards. So that's also an option as well. Okay, I have to get going because I have an appointment that I have to go to. But I hope this helped you guys. Comment down below if you can find these on iPhone. Comment down below if you've used any of these, if you like them, if you're interested in more kind of tips and tricks like this, if you find it's going to help you, if you liked this, whatever, any of it, just comment it down below. Please like the channel, subscribe, check it out, hit the notification bell so you can hear, and I'm talking really fast, I'm sorry, so you can get notified when I go live, because days like this, if I'm sick and I didn't have time to film, I want to still continue with our schedule. I will have a regular Flip Through Friday, barring any disasters, knock on wood, up for you on Friday. And I think that's it for now. So thank you for joining me. I will see you guys all in the next video, and bye.